Hello, everybody. My name is Bennett Tchaikovsky. I am the accounting professor here on YouTube, and welcome to my channel. And today we're going to be talking about what accounting courses should we be taking to prepare for auditing. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. My disclaimer and copyright notice: the information and opinions in this presentation are those of myself and not my employers or affiliated organizations, including but not limited to Irvine Valley College in the South Orange County Community College District. The presentation is for educational purposes only and does not constitute any legal or accounting advice whatsoever. Please note that the California Board of Accountancy makes the final determination as to whether or not a class meets the educational requirements. One other thing I also want to share with you as well is that I'm going to be previewing with you UWorld CPA Review. I have entered into a relationship with UWorld CPA Review whereby if I have a discount code, if you use that discount code to purchase the UWorld CPA Review course, I do not get paid cash compensation. Rather, they are going to give me review courses that I can then give away on my channel. So, but when it comes to choosing CPA Review, no matter what discount code I provide for you, you have to use the one that is best for you. It's not about me, it's about you, whatever. God, it sounds like I'm breaking up. No, we're not. It's whatever is best for you. It's really about you. Actually, no, I would then say it's about me, not about you. It is about you. This is not a breakup. This is about you passing the CPA exam. Let's do it. So let's go ahead and take a look at, wow, this is too many videos in one day, but we're going to be taking a look today at audit, or AUD. It sounds like, I don't know what that sounds like. It sounds crazy, but here we go. We've got auditing and attestation. Now, when it comes to preparing for the CPA exam, what do we want to do? Well, let's go to a CPA review course and see what is covered. Now, generally, when I was at UC Santa Barbara back in the day, when I took the auditing portion of the CPA exam, I took an auditing class. One of the things I'm going to share with you about auditing, and this is very, very similar to tax, is that it kind of makes more sense as you're going through and doing it, right? It's very, very difficult to do when if you're kind of studying it academically, you really have to be going through and doing the work. I remember uh, there was a girl named Marie. She ended up working at Deloitte. I got to try to look her up, but she was awesome, and she basically helped us audit the AS, the Associated Students Bike Shop. You want to actually be looking at a real entity, because when you're doing an audit, there's an engagement letter, there's clearance requirements, there's planning, there's the field work, there's a whole thing that you have to go through and do. Although the base of it is really like the accounting, what you're really doing is you're designing testing to make sure you're going through and, if you're going to rely on a system of internal controls, can you rely on those, or you have to go through and do substantive testing? Materiality is a huge portion of going through and doing auditing. So what you want to try to do is, when you're at your university, is to try to take an auditing class. Now, is it better to take it? I would say it's always better to take it in person. You can do it online, but again, it just kind of depends on what your basically what your timing is. Doing it asynchronously is obviously going to be tougher. But again, if you have to take it asynchronously, you go through and take it asynchronously. But I would be taking this class from a CPA. I would not take it from someone who is solely a PhD, because you need that actual experience of being in the field and going through and doing the work. And that's really who you want to be learning from. If you are learning from someone who is reading PowerPoint slides, run the other way. Now, if I don't understand something, right, when it comes to auditing or anything else, if there's this area, the great thing about UWorld or these other review courses, you can put them on fast speed, slow speed, whatever speed you want. But basically what's going to go through and happen is you're basically going to be saying, okay, I'm going to be putting you, if I didn't learn it well in class, I can go through and do it here. Again, the same thing kind of applies when it comes to through and doing what we call task-based simulations. Hopefully your auditing class has those kind of task-based simulations. But again, auditing is one of those weird things. I have found that when I was an undergraduate, when I took intermediate accounting, very concrete. Tax and audit, you kind of understand it better once you're actually in practice and you actually have that work experience, but you still want to try to pass the exam before you start working, because if you start working 80 hours a week, that may not be fun. So let's go ahead and take a look at over here what a task-based simulation looks like for auditing. And if I come over here, you basically see engagements, and we've got exhibits right over here. So scroll down and complete all parts of the task. And so then this is going to kind of go over here. And if I want to go through and see what the correct answer is, this is going to kind of go through and show me how to go through and answer like that question. So again, the purpose of the CPA review courses is to basically give you that those practice questions as well as the task-based simulations to successfully go through and take the exam. But again, when you're looking through this, generally, if you were taking an auditing class, that is probably going to be the one area that, if you're taking an auditing class, hopefully it's going to be going through and covering most of these different parts. One of the other classes you can take is there's another auditing class, which is going to be focused on internal controls and Sarbanes-Oxley. If you have a company with over a certain market capitalization, they have to do Sarbanes-Oxley testing. And that is extremely important for a company that's choosing to be publicly traded. So internal controls are important for everybody, but it's heightened because you're doing the sign-offs. So again, for auditing, you could take an internal controls under Sarbanes-Oxley class, but what we're going to find is that when we move over to ISC, we start looking at ISC, that's going to be the next phase we're going to kind of go into. So again, for this particular one, it's kind of a quick one. You're going to want to go through and take financial statement auditing at Irvine Valley College. That is accounting 275B. So that's what you take for auditing. So in any event, I want to thank you for being with me here today. Please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you have any feedback, please send it to me at ibc30tocpa@gmail.com. And I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Have a great day.